5x squared plus 2x plus 1 equals 0.
Let's see, what would I do? I would, I just use the quadratic equation. I mean,
First thing you can do is you can try solving it like this, and then factoring it.
too much work for me.
The reason why it's too much work for me is because there's a 5 in front, and that's always a pain in the butt to deal with.
I seriously would just plug it into the quadratic equation. Do you guys remember what the quadratic equation is? You're going to have to memorize it because I don't think they gave it to you. Yes, no, I need an answer from you guys. Okay, doesn't work, but
Alright.
I'll give it to you then.
What you need to do is you need to identify A, B, and C. So write down ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0
Underneath the equation, and you can
immediately identify, oh, A is 5, B is 2, and C is 1.
We're not that bad, right? You guys understand that, right? All right. Sam mentioned the radical party or something. All right. There's this boy. He was kind of a negative guy. He was unsure about going to a radical party. At the party he went, he ended up going. At the party, he was kind of a square, and so he missed out on talking to 4 awesome chicks. The whole party was over at 2 a.m.
Negative boy, plus and minus, unsure. Radical party. Boy was a square. Missed out on talking to 4 awesome chicks. Party was over at 2 a.m.
What I would do if I were you is I would write this equation down on a piece of paper. Write it down a couple of times. Write it down 10 seconds before they say, you need to take your test. Put the paper inside of your bag. Don't cheat. As soon as the test starts, what I like to do is I like to write all the equations that I possibly will need on my scratch paper. I don't think that's cheating. I mean, like, look at the equation right before you guys take the test, and then write it down on your scratch paper as soon as he says start, or the teacher says go. Write it down. Boom. I got it. And that way it helps me to remember or to forget the right form of the equation less. I probably spend maybe 5 to 10 minutes of my test, at the very first 5 to 10 minutes of my test, not even taking the test. Just looking through the test, seeing how many problems there are, writing down the equations that I think are relevant, making sure that I'm prepared, and then I go in and take the test. And I'll be honest with you, I'm actually really good at doing these things. All right, anyway, let's
finish this thing off. All right, that would be negative 2 plus or minus the square root of b squared. So that would be 4 minus 4 times 5 times 1 all over 2. So that is negative 2 plus or minus, oh, I'm sorry, all over 10, because 2 times a is 10. So negative 2 plus or minus the square root of negative 16 over 10. So I'm thinking that that's negative 2 over 10 plus or minus 4i over 10. I guess if you wanted, I can say negative 0.2 plus or minus 0.4i. And they ask you for only one of those solutions, so one of them, you could plug in negative 0.2 plus 0.4i, or you could plug in negative 2.2 minus 0.4i.
I'm starting to write horribly. I'm sorry, I'm getting tired. Are we cool? This is horrible. I literally got through a fourth of the problems that I want to try to get through.
This is going to take a long day.